Coming up on today's episode of the JV Buzz, pets in quarantine. Find out how to help your furry friends adjust to being home alone. Plus, we will count down the top 3 places to visit around Fort Mill. And we travel to Charlotte to talk to an artist who's changing the community one mural at a time. Today is Friday, January 15th, and the JV Buzz starts right now. Happy Friday, Fort Mill. I'm Carly, and I'm excited to show you what our JV Buzz students have been working on this year. Let's start with a shout out to Coach Hartsoe, who celebrated his 400th career win this week. He's been the athletic director at Fort Mill since 2011. On Tuesday, the boys' varsity basketball team beat Boiling Springs to secure the 400th win. If you see Coach Hartsoe, be sure to tell him congratulations. A lot of us have been more active during quarantine, especially if you took care of a pet. Elizabeth talked to some of our Fort Mill students about their furry companions.
Many of us at Fort Mill have pets. Quarantine allowed us to be home with them almost 24/7. I spoke with pet owners to see what this unexpected time home was like for them.
My pets adjusted to quarantine very quickly and easily because they were interested that we were there all the time, because usually I'm at home all day, my parents are at home all day, and they're kind of just sleeping.
I spoke with a sophomore at Fort Mill on her and her cat's lockdown experience.
I have 3 cats, and over quarantine my parents got to work from home, I did school at home, and so they kind of just adjusted their sleep schedule around us now that we were home all the time.
I also wanted to hear from a dog owner.
My name is Riley, I'm a freshman and I have a dog. My pet adjusted really well to quarantine. He liked the fact that he wasn't in his cage all day and could spend time with us.
Countless people are planning to return full-time to their jobs and school. According to the Northeast Animal Hospital in Florida, the best way to prepare your animals for the end of quarantine is to leave them with something to do. Interactive toys will entertain your pet and relieve stress. Exercising your furry companion before heading out can also be a great option for stress relief.
I'm happy to say that even during uncertain times, positive things can come from it. Pets and owners all over the world got more time to bond than ever before. Reporting for The Buzz, I'm Elizabeth.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Those were some great tips on how to get your pet back to normal life. If you're ready to get out this weekend, you don't have to go far to find some cool places to visit. Parker counts down the 3 best places to visit in Fort Mill, recommended by students.
My favorite place to go in Fort Mill is Baxter because there's lots of fun things to do. There's many different restaurants there. There's also really good dessert places.
Baxter is a little bit more than a neighborhood. It's got parks, restaurants, and a popular spot, QT. Even if you don't live here, it's still a place to come walk on the trails, get a good workout in, or even get a sandwich.
My favorite place to go in Fort Mill is Kingsley, just because there's a little bit of everything for everyone. Like, you got Cold Stone, I work at Bricks, so there's a little bit of everything, and it's hard to get bored over there.
If you've been in Fort Mill long enough, you may remember when Kingsley didn't even exist. But it's good that it does because it brings Fort Mill the best restaurants, stores, places to get your work done, and most importantly, the ducks.
My favorite place to go in Fort Mill is the lake because I like to paddleboard and be surrounded by nature and loud boats.
Lake Wiley has taken our #1 spot because it has environments that everyone can enjoy. From the sunsets, to paddleboarding, to tubing, to jet ski riding, it's not too hard to find something fun to do. Although some activities are just there for the summer, I wouldn't mind watching the view during any time of the year.
Thanks, Parker. It's great to explore our own backyard, but sometimes it's cool to see what the big city has to offer. Olivia took a trip to Charlotte to show us the work of an artist who combines paint with poetry.
Right now, in our world, it's easy to get stuck in the negativity and hatred that surrounds us. Local artists in Charlotte have been working together to put murals and poems on the walls to bring positivity nearby.
It's never been about me. I don't really care if people know that I have something to do with it.
Charlotte artist Amy Bagwell works with her students from Central Piedmont Community College and other Charlotte artists to combine art and poetry to create anonymous paintings for the people.
I want to do a project where we put poems on walls so that people can run into them and either read them or not. There's no requirement. And I think that's part of the problem with the way that poetry is taught, is that it is perceived as like a medicine you have to take instead of what I believe it to be, which is one of our earliest expressions. The thing that's really important about poetry is it gives you a place to find yourself. So poems aren't necessarily always uplifting or inspirational. They are always, if they're good, they're always opportunities for you to find a place in them to see your experience or your emotions reflected in them.
To find out more about Amy Bagwell, other Charlotte artists, and more projects around Charlotte, you can visit www.wallpoems.com. Reporting for the JV Buzz, I'm Olivia.
Thanks, Olivia. I'll be sure to look for Amy's work the next time I'm in Charlotte. That's all we have for you this week. Our senior Buzz crew will be back on January 29th with a new episode. Until next time, I'm Carly, reporting for the JV Buzz.